everybody, welcome to today's Palmistry lesson. We are talking about the broken lifeline. And if you're not sure, the lifeline is the main line that wraps around the ball of the thumb. And that, in some cases, is not one continuous line. So let's talk about that, shall we? I've got a picture here where the lifeline has a break, but there are actual branches that come away from the lifeline. So the lifeline can continue and it can have an overlapping break, and then it will appear to have like a shape in the middle if the branches are very strong. So there's so many variations of broken lines. I'm just going to give you some examples. With these branches, when they do come from the main line, they're actually like energy lines. So they're influence lines, connecting lines that get energy from elsewhere. So there is a fate line. It's very common to have a branch connecting to the fate line, and that is showing that potentially the person has become more career orientated, or that there's some kind of an event which made changes in the person's life, or the person made those changes. I'll bring you up some photos. Oh, I've already drawn on these, I didn't realize. Okay, so this photo was very blurry anyway. So here you can see the red line is the lifeline, and halfway through it breaks, and then it shifts over to the other side a little bit further away. So that's showing a planned change. So this person also has a break in the fate line. So where that person's fate line rises, and then there's nothing here, and then it continues. So that's showing that there's a period where there was some uncertainty or lack of goals, lack of movement forward in life. The lifeline here, this person had some changes in their early 30s. So that would be showing that change in that person's personal life. But because the career line around the age of 30s, which is sort of this area here, 30s and 40s, is continued, that shows that the career or that person's other part of the life was not changed. So just quickly let you know that the fate line is not always about work and career. Sometimes it is literally just about the person's motivations and that they like to stick to the same path. It's about your life path similar to the lifeline. Okay, see if I've got another example. Yes, I've drawn on these. I've done this video before, so I'm just having to record over it. So it's good, I've drawn over it. This person changed countries very early in life. And so you can see that the lifeline starts in one part and kind of goes one way, and then it seems like there's at the start there's two lifelines and they crisscross, and it seems like it's literally broken, but it connects to the fate line. Yes, so after that 30 or so year period, you can see that the lifeline then comes away, and it's actually broken over here. I've already drawn on it. It's broken again later in life, and this blue line is a branch. It's a very fine line, but the branch is connecting it to the other line. So later in life, this looks like probably retirement age, 65 or so. There is another big change where the lifeline shifts over to the inside. It could actually be another lifeline down here. So maybe this person has some options later in life as to living arrangements. Usually if the break for the second part of the lifeline is on the inside, on the thumb side, that shows living a much quieter life. Being on the outside, the break on this side, that would indicate being more adventurous, like someone who's traveling later in life. That went a bit quick. I flipped something there. Okay. This is the break that I really wanted to talk about. This is a clean break. On this hand, the lifeline splits into a little fork, estimating the age, if that halfway around about is 40, 45. So in their 50s, there is a fork showing a decision or some kind of travel or some kind of a change in life, and then there is a complete blank. There's no connecting lines, but the lifeline does continue. But for a period of around 10 years, there is uncertainty. So if you look at the lines as energy and it's flowing in a certain way, it's like you have your footpath and you're following this path. Suddenly you come across a bush, for instance, some forest, but there's no path for you to walk through. So this period, you have to make your own path. These lines can change, but if you are at the age when you have come to this point where there is no line, it is definitely a period of uncertainty, which can relate to any part of your life. You can look at all the other lines to look for marks on the heart line for emotional or physical conditions, on the headline for mental or also physical conditions. Look at the fate line to see if it continues in a smooth flow or if there are changes on the fate line that coordinate with the timing. So if this is around the 50 mark, the fate line is around about the area of where it meets the heart line. And for females, I just wanted to note in their 50s, that's very common to have marks and breaks around that age due to the change in hormones and menopause and things like that. I think that's my last picture. I hope you've enjoyed that quick lesson, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye.